Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of chemistry. And of course, today we're going to continue our study on alkanols. Okay, so I've been on on organic chemistry for a while, and we've been enjoying ourselves. So if you have not watched the previous episodes, please make sure you go and watch them before joining us on this beautiful one. But I do not forget that this tutorial, of course, is brought to you by the O3 Schools JAMB CBT practice app. Okay, if you want to do well in your JAMB, you need a practice app. You need a JAMB CBT practice app like the O3 School JAMB app. You can go and check our testimonies and see how the app has helped millions of students. Your case will not be different in Jesus' name. All right, so now let's quickly see the question from the app before we talk about the app. This is a 2007 question. Today, I'm going to look at this is chemistry. And we're going to be looking at classification of alcohols or alkanols Okay, you know the alkanols have a trivial name called the alcohols. All right, so I'm going to look at the classification of alkanols. But this is a 2007 question number 10. It's being displayed on the screen right now. Which of the following compounds is a tertiary alkanol? You can see the option A, option B, C, and D. All right, it's being displayed on your screen. But we'll come back. If this is doing like a wine in your eye, you don't understand it, don't worry. Okay, we'll come back and answer this at the end of the class, and you'll see that it's as easy as A, B, C. So please do not forget to like the video and subscribe. Download this application, and of course, activate it, because the app has all you need to succeed. It has all the past question you ever need, so no need to go and buy past question outside. What's more is that it has lecture notes structured according to the JAMB syllabus, so there's no need to go and get textbooks. All right, some of you do not read you do not read according to your JAMB syllabus. That's a big error. All right, so please, the app has lecture notes for all subjects structured according to the JAMB syllabus. All right, so please, you need the application. Then there's a question search feature where you can search for question according to topics, and all the questions that JAMB has set under that particular topic will come out for you to answer. What's more is that there's also a mock challenge every Saturday. Okay, you compete with your mate, get used to JAMB pass and likely exam questions. See your score released every Saturday. Track your progress and check your improvement and build your confidence towards the main exam. All right, so please, if you're not too busy, join us on this class as we discuss classification of alkanols. So alkanols can be classified into three. So we call them 3-degree alkanols, 2-degree alkanols, and 1-degree alkanols. All right, so from the bottom, we have 1-degree alkanols that we call primary alkanols. Then we have 2-degree alkanols or alcohols that we call secondary alkanols. Then we have 3-degree alkanols that we call the tertiary alkanols. All right, so now, how do we know that an alkanol is a primary alkanol? How do we know that an alkanol is a secondary alkanol? And how do we tell that an alkanol is a tertiary alkanol? As you have seen, these are questions that JAMB sets, so you cannot escape it. You must learn it, you must know it. All right, and this class is built to make it very easier for you to understand. All right, so let's look at the first one, which is the primary alkanols. All right, the primary alkanols. So a primary alkanol is an alkanol, all right, that has one alkyl group bonded to the carbon that is holding the OH group. Okay, so there's a carbon atom that the OH functional group of the alkanols is directly bonded to. If that carbon atom, all right, has one alkyl group attached to it, then it is a primary alkanol. It is an example of a primary alkanol. All right, so we are saying that primary alkanol, okay, is one. Let me say is one that has one alkyl group, okay, directly bonded to the carbon atom, bearing the hydroxyl functional group, that is OH. I'm trying to write it out for you as if you are babies, okay? So that you fully understand it. So a primary alkanol is one that has only one alkyl group. One alkyl group. This alkyl group could be any alkyl group. And of course, we have talked about how alkyl groups are formed. All right. When what an alkane, right, loses one hydrogen atom, it forms what an alkyl. All right. So now, primary alkanol is one that has one alkyl group, just one alkyl group. It could be methyl, it could be ethyl, it could be propyl, it could be butyl, but it must just have what one alkyl group bonded what directly to the carbon atom bearing the hydroxyl functional group. So that what primary alkanols will be denoted like this: ROCOH. All right, that means what there's a carbon atom, right? Then there's what a OH group bonded to that carbon atom. That means the carbon atom in concentration, under concentration, is this carbon atom because it is one bearing the OH group. Now, I ain't carry the OH group for body. Now, I ain't hold and join body. So now, COH, then I'm going to have what now? Of course, RO, because we have what? We have what? An alkyl group here, then H. So let's say this R is what? Is the alkyl group, where R is what? Alkyl group. And this alkyl group could be any what alkyl group, could be anyone. It could be, of course, like I said, methyl, could be propyl, could be ethyl, and so on and so on. But it must be just one alkyl group directly bonded to the carbon atom bearing the what? The OH group. All right. So an example of what of a primary alkanol is ethanol itself. Ethanol itself is a primary alcohol or alkanol. You see ethanol, COH, H. This is what? Ethanol. Okay, this is ethanol. Now, as you can see very evidently, locate the carbon atom that is bearing the OH group. All right. So now, which carbon? That's this carbon here. So this is our carbon 1, carbon 2. Okay. So that means this first carbon here, it is the one bearing the OH group. Now, how many alkyl groups? You now ask yourself the question: how many alkyl groups are directly bonded to this carbon atom that is carrying this OH on the head where they don't send down? All right. You will see that what there's just only one alkyl group, which is this one. All right. Which is what? This CH3 here. CH3, which is the methyl group. Methyl group? Methyl alkyl group that is what bonded to the what? To this what carbon atom that is bearing this OH group. All right. So for that singular reason, ethanol is a what? It's a primary what? Alcohol. Okay, it's a primary alcohol. And this primary alcohols are also called 1 degree alcohols. Okay, they're also called 1 degree. Okay, 1 degree alcohols. You must take note of that. I hope that is very clear. So with this knowledge now, it becomes very easier for us to talk about 2 degree and 3 degree. So let us now look at what? Secondary alcohols. So a secondary alkanol or a secondary alcohol will now be what? And it will now be one that what? Has 2 alkyl group directly bonded to the carbon atom bearing the OH group. Is that clear now? So that is what? Secondary alkanol. All right? It will have what? 2 alkyl groups directly bonded to the carbon atom that is bearing the OH group. All right. So now for number 2, that will be secondary alcohol. All right. So now it will have a 2 alkyl group. Like now R, C, OH. Here maybe R. Then here H. Okay. This is where R is what? Alkyl group. So we say a secondary alcohol or alkanol is one that has 2 alkyl groups directly bonded to the carbon atom bearing the OH group. Here is the carbon atom, all right, bearing the OH group. Then this was 1 alkyl group. This 1 alkyl group. Remember that this alkyl group, they may be the same or they may be different. Okay, so anyway, it does not matter whether they are methyl, whether R1 is methyl, R2 is methyl. It does not matter. So they may be the same, they may be different, but you must have 2 alkyl groups directly bonded to the what? To the carbon atom that is bearing the what? The OH group. Let us see an example of a secondary alkanol. All right, let's say we have something like this. We have C, and then here we have what? OH. Then here we have what? CH3. Okay, let me just say C. Let me say C here. Okay. All right. So now let us complete our structure. This is our H, 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 H. Okay, because of space, there's an H here, then there's an H here. Okay. So now, then of course, this is not complete. There's an H here also. Okay. So that our structure is complete now. Now, this is an example of what of a secondary alkanol. How do we know that it's a secondary alcohol? First of all, locate the carbon atom that is bearing the OH group. Where is the carbon atom bearing the OH group? That is this carbon atom here. All right. So now, for that sole reason that we have located it, now the next thing to do is to now see how many alkyl groups are bonded to this carbon atom. To the top, you can see very well. There's a what? There's a methyl group here, CH3 group here. So this is methyl group bonded to this carbon atom. Then to the left now, 1, 2, that's what C2H5. 1, 2 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what? An ethyl group. That is what bonded to this carbon atom too. So for that singular reason, this will become what? A secondary alkanol, because it has two what? Alkyl group 1 and 2 bonded to this carbon atom. Of course, you can what? Attempt to name this compound. It's not difficult. The first thing to do, we'll talk about nomenclature of alkanols in a moment. All right, so please do not worry about that. So if you want to name this compound, it's becoming very easy. All right. Well, I know I'm not talked about nomenclature of alkanols yet. Okay, but we'll get there. So just put your mind at ease. Okay. So now what do we have here? Let's look, first of all, look at what the longest chain of continuous carbon atom. Okay. Let us identify the number of carbon atoms in the parent chain first. Putting in mind or bearing in mind, very importantly, where this OH group is. Okay, so if you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, there are 4 carbon atoms. All right, so that's what 1, maybe 2, this will be 3, this will be 4. Okay, so now, how many for 4 carbon atoms? What do we have? We have a boot. Okay, from butane, boot. Okay, so that is boot. Where is the position of what? Of this what? Hydroxyl functional group on carbon 2. So that would be what? Butan 2 all. Simple as ABC, butan 2 all. That will be the name of what of this simple compound. All right, I want to get to what nomenclature of alkanols. What we look into what all those namings. Okay, so now let's go to tertiary alkanols. Let's go to tertiary alkanols. So tertiary alkanols is one that has what 3 alkyl groups now. 3 alkyl groups directly bonded to the carbon bearing the OH group. I'm sure now, but now I shouldn't be writing anything on the board again. Okay, so let me just represent it. You have arrow C, you have arrow, you have arrow. Okay, then have what? OH. It has 3 alkyl groups, 3 alkyl groups directly bonded to the carbon atom. Okay, that is bearing the OH group. Okay, so this may be arrow 1, arrow 2, arrow 3. Like I told you, they can all the alkyl group may be the same or they may not be the same. It's not a problem so long they are what? They are alkyl groups. So if you have 3 alkyl groups, they're already bonded to the carbon atom bearing the OH group. We call that a tertiary was alkanol. Tertiary. That's number 3. Tertiary what? Alkanol. Or we call them what? 3-degree what? Alkanols. We call them what? 3-degree alkanols. 3-degree alkanols. Take note of that. 3-0. So they are also known as what are tertiary alkanols. All right. So now, having known that now, let's use an example to illustrate. Okay. Let's see an example of a tertiary alkanol. So let's say we have C. Okay, we have C. Then let's say here we have C. Then let's see here also we have C. Let's say here is OH. Okay. Then let us complete our structure. Let's see. H, 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 H. Okay. Here also H, H, H. All right. So now let's see an example. Okay. This is a tertiary alkanol. So, but how do we know it's a tertiary alkanol? The first thing, like I told you to do, is to locate the carbon bearing the OH group. Where is the carbon? This is this now. This way, now they bear and carry this one for head. So this is the carbon bearing this OH group. Now, how many alkyl groups are bonded to this carbon atom? Okay, bearing this OH group. All right. So you can see there's one alkyl group here because this is CH3. It's a methyl group. Okay, and what bonded to this carbon, no, directly bonded to this carbon. There's a methyl group here. Below it, there's also another methyl group here. Okay, to the left, there's also another methyl group here. Like I told you, the methyl groups, they may be all, so the alkyl group may all be the same or they may be different. Okay, so for this singular reason, this is what a tertiary alkanol. Tertiary alkanol. And the reason it's not far-fetched because it has three alkyl groups directly bonded to this carbon that is carrying this were on here, this hydroxyl functional group here. Okay, so it becomes very easy. Okay, this is a tertiary alkanol. But how do we name this compound? Let us first of all we'll talk about nomenclature in a moment. So let's talk about let's look for the longest chain of continuous carbon atoms. If you say 1, 2, no. That will not be the longest chain. We say 1, 2, 3. Okay, that will be the longest chain. Okay, it will be long. All right. So now we can also say 1, 2, 3. We say 1, 2, 3. Okay, but this straight one seems to be okay. So we say 1 here, 2 here, 3. All right. So the OH group is on the what? It's on the second carbon. Okay, so on the second carbon. That means this one will not be what? This one will not be a substituent. This one here will be a substituent because it is not in our chain of carbon atoms. So it becomes a substituent. So, and this substituent, this methyl group is on the second carbon. So it becomes what? 2-methyl. Okay, 2-methyl. For 3 carbon atoms, what is prop? So it's propan 2-ol. Okay, so that will be the name of this compound. Okay, but of course we'll talk about in a moment, we'll talk about what's nomenclature of alkanols. So that's how we identify what primary alkanols, tertiary alkanols, and secondary alkanols and tertiary alkanols. This one is called 3-degree alkanol. Now, let us take some examples. Then we round up the class by looking at the questions from the O3 School JAMB CBT Practice app. So please do not forget to like this video. If you don't like this video, what you do no. Okay, it's wickedness. All right, happy you know what make people pass. Because liking this video will make other students easily find this video. All right, that's the effect of just clicking on that like button. It does not remove anything from your body. As you are watching now, you can do it. All right, do not forget to also subscribe to this channel because once you subscribe, all right, whenever we publish a new video, you will get a notification. What's more, of course, share, keep sharing. Share to your WhatsApp group, share to your class group, share to your friends, to your families, to your loved ones, to your enemies. All right, let everybody be successful. So now let us now look at some examples. All right, I'm going to draw the structure on the board. Pause the video first. Pause the video to test yourself, and then you can now first of all see if this one is what the primary alcohol, is a secondary alcohol, or a tertiary alcohol. Pause it as I draw the structure. Pause it. All right, pause it and then answer it. Then come back to the class to see if you are right. All right, so let us see the first example. So we have C. Okay, let me say C. Then here. OH. Okay, let's complete our structure. All right. H. Oh yeah, please pause the video now. Is this a primary alkanol, a secondary alkanol, or a tertiary alkanol? All right, pause the video, answer it, then come back to continue. Now, obviously, we see here. First of all, locate the trick, like I told you, is to locate the carbon atom that is bearing the OH group. And this is this carbon here. Okay. Now, how many alkyl group are bonded to it? To the top here is just hydrogen that is bonded to it. To the bottom here is hydrogen. To the side here, is there an alkyl group that's bonded to it? Yes. Okay, the alkyl group has 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon, that's C3. How many hydrogen atoms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. C3H7, which is what? A propyl group. So it has only one alkyl group directly bonded to it. All right, for that sole reason, this is what? A primary alkanol. If I was an examiner, this kind of question I would set for you so that you will feel it. All right, because somebody will say, see methyl group here now. See ethyl group here now. 2 now, secondary. Okay, if you say secondary, you are wrong. If you say tertiary, you are wrongest. Okay, the correct answer there is primary alkanol. What you should be looking at is the alkyl group bonded to this carbon bearing this OH. The alkyl group. Is hydrogen an alkyl group? No. That is what is bonding this hydrogen here to the top. Is this hydrogen here an alkyl group? No. It's bonding it to the bottom here. The only alkyl group that can be found here is this one here. Okay? Alright, which is this propyl group. So for that singular reason, this is a primary alkanol and not a secondary alkanol. Neither is it a tertiary alkanol. Let us now see another example. All right, let's see another example. Please shine your eyes and pause the video once I draw the structure. Answer it, come back to the class. But then please take your correction if you missed the first one. Okay, let us say we have another structure like this. C. Okay, C. Okay, let me say here OH, and then let me say here Okay, let me put C here. All right. Okay, please pause the video and answer and come back and see if you are right or wrong. Okay, I'm completing my structure. H. So is this a primary alkanol, a secondary alkanol, or a tertiary alkanol? Look at it. There are what? How many carbon atoms? 4 carbon atoms here. Then there's one methyl group at the top here. But that is not the important. The important thing is which carbon is bearing this OH group, which is this carbon here. So this carbon here, which alkyl group is? It's an alkyl group bonding it to the top here. No, it's hydrogen that's bonding to the top. To the right, is there an alkyl group bonding to it? Yes, this is a methyl group because this is a CH3 group. It's methyl. So there's one methyl group bonding to the right. Now, to the bottom here is the hydroxyl functional group itself. All right. Now, to the left, is there any alkyl group bonding to it? Yes. There's an alkyl group with having 3 carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3. That's what? C3H1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. C3H7, which is what? A propyl group. Okay. So this propyl now, all right, is the second alkyl group present in this what compound. Okay, especially what when we are talking in respect to what this carbon, all right, that is bearing this OH group. So for that singular reason, this is a secondary alkanol. Okay, I'm sure you can name the compound. Can we name the compound? Yes, you should be able to name the compound. All right, so if you want to look for a longer chain of continuous carbon atom, 1, 2, 3 cannot be. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's put OH in mind so that we'll take the shortest distance. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so here will be 1, here will be 2, here will be 3, here will be 4. All right, that means this will now become a methyl group. So I'm going to have 3 methyl. Okay, then I'm going to have what now? How many carbon atoms? 4. That is butan. Okay, the OH group is on the second carbon. That is 2 or 3 methyl butan 2 or. All right, so you see, naming is very easy. When we get to naming it now, it will be a stroll for us. Now, let us see another example, the last example before we take questions from the O3 School JAMB CBT practice app. Let us say we have this structure, C. Okay, let me say OH here, then here let me say C. Okay, then here C. Okay, so H. Let's complete the structure. H. Yeah, H. Okay, all right. So now let us see. Is this a tertiary alkanol, a primary alkanol, or a secondary alkanol? All right, shine your eyes. So this is the carbon atom bearing this OH group. All right. To the top, there's a methyl group. Okay, to the bottom, there's a methyl group. Okay, this is one alkyl group, second alkyl group. Now to the left, with this carbon in mind, to the left, there's a what? A propyl group here, C3H7. 1, 2, 3. You count the carbon and hydrogen atom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This propyl. Okay, this is the third what alkyl group. So obviously, this is what? A tertiary or a 3-degree what? Alkanol or alcohol as you may have it. All right, so that is simple as ABC. Now, so identifying or classifying alkanols into primary, secondary, and tertiary becoming what? A very easy thing for us to do. Let us name this compound. We want to name the longest chain of continuous carbon atom will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that will be the longest chain of continuous carbon atom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So now, for that reason, let us look for the position. So we need to what? Number so that this OH group has a shorter number. We cannot start numbering from here. So I have to start numbering from here because of this functional group. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that will be what? Pentan 2 all because the OH group is on the second carbon. All right. So please, that is how what we classify alcohols into primary, secondary, and tertiary alkanols. Let us see a question from the app. 2007 number 10, which of the following compounds is a tertiary alkanol? Let us look at option A. Is option A tertiary alkanol? Right? So which of the following compounds is a tertiary alkanol? Let's just use them to what? To rub minds. All right. So A, this is A, C. Okay, to the top here there's C. Okay, to the bottom here there's OH. Okay. All right. This is what? H. Let's complete our compound. This is H. Here is what? Is H. Yes, H. So yes, that's why you are seeing CH2. Okay, you are seeing what CH2 here. Now, first of all, the reason why, okay, I think the reason why this first option might be wrong is because they put, at this point here, they put CH2 here. If you can see very closely, they put CH2 there. It's not a CH. It's not what, sorry, it's not what, a C. It's a CH2 that is present there, not C. Okay, CH2 cannot be here because you already know, thank God, thank God, see, I don't teach you now, that there can only be 4 bonds present, okay, around surrounding a carbon atom. Okay, so you cannot have CH2, you cannot have, let me bring this, only this one out. You cannot have CH2, okay, and now have 4 bonds again. 4 bonds again. Look at 1, 2, 3 bonds. The bonds are already complete. So this H2, where do you want to write H here and now write H here too? No, it's not possible. That's why this option will be very, very wrong. Okay, this option A cannot be wrong because they put it here to confuse you. Somebody will pick this option. Somebody will pick this option because if you look at it very well, this carbon is buried in the OH group and there's a methyl group here to the right. This is a methyl group. Okay, there's a methyl group here to the top. This is a methyl group. Okay, there's an ethyl group now. Yeah. Okay, this is ethyl. Okay, so you can easily say this is a tertiary alkanol. All right, you can easily pick it as an option, but it is wrong because CH2 cannot be in this structure. Okay, in this carbon here, you cannot put this H2. Where will you now bond these hydrogens to? Because the bonds are already supposed to be complete. If this H2 was not here, it would be correct. Okay, so that will have just only C. I hope you are looking at your app and you are seeing what you are seeing the error there. All right, so that's why option A cannot be the right answer. Let us now see option B. Option B, as you can see very evidently, I think should be the correct answer. You are seeing what C, the C bonded to what CH3. Okay, then CH3 at the top, then here CH3, then here OH. Okay, so this is our carbon atom that's bearing this OH bond. Okay, this OH hydroxyl functional group is a methyl group, 3 methyl groups. Okay, obviously that will be our correct answer. So C, as you can see, C there. Let us see C. C is what? Let us see C. C is secondary, or let us see C, so that we will identify C if it is primary, secondary, or tertiary. So our answer is B, obviously. So let us see CH3. Let me not put my H3 there. So you have C, OH. This is option C. Then here we have a C. So if you put here, that's how our CH3 will expand it. This is our CH3. Then here also our CH3. Okay, then to the top here, we can only have H here. All right, that will now make the bonds 1, 2, 3, 4 complete. Then that means here will be what? CH2. Here will be what? CH2. Okay, we now have our OH. So it is very correct in terms of what structure is correct. All right, but how many alkyl groups are bonded to what? To the carbon atom bearing OH group. Okay, so as you can see very well, there's only one alkyl group. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. C4. How many hydrogen atoms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. C4, H9. That's what butyl. So this is what a primary alkanol. Is very primary. All right, it's primary what alkanol. It's not secondary. It's not tertiary. All right. So now let us see the last option, which is option D. Option D. What classification would that be? Let us see. You are seeing C. We are seeing C. Then have OH. Okay. On the third one, we have what? C, H. Complete. Okay, yeah, with CH2. Okay, to make our bond complete, 1, 2, 3, 4, CH2. Then here can only be what? H at the top here. All right, that's why having CH. Then here we're going to have what now? CH2, H. All right, so this is our structure. Is this a secondary alkanol or a tertiary alkanol or a primary alkanol? Obviously, this is carbon atom bearing this OH group, and every other thing here. This one is H that is bonded to the top. Is H bonded to the bottom. This one, OH to the what? To the right. So every other thing is bonded to the what? To the left. How many carbon atom? 1, 2, 3, 4, which means C4H9. So C the same butyl. Okay. So for that singular reason, this is a primary alkanol. All right. So my name remains Master T, the commander of this great and beautiful army, marching together towards success and excellence. All right. So please make sure you download the application, make sure you activate, and make sure you keep practicing. And do not forget to like this video, do not forget to subscribe to this channel, and do not forget to keep sharing so that everybody can succeed together. Share on Facebook and follow our Facebook page also at Owolabi Thank God. All right. And we'll see you more in the next episode. We'll talk about nomenclature of alkanols before we talk about preparation, reactions, and we are done, or tests for alkanols. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.